Hey guys, Bobby Hughes here with the Heritage Pride Homestead, and I'm back to bring you another aquaponics video for the aquaponics build. Today we're going to be talking about the auto-siphon. I'm going to tell you straight up, my auto-siphon is so simple. It's basic. It's the same auto-siphon they started using. Now there's a bunch of new ones out there on YouTube, these different killer ideas, and sure, you know, I'm sure the adjustments to it are great, but if you want simple and something that you don't have to worry about a secondary mechanical fault or anything like that, then this auto-siphon is working great for me. I've seen a lot of other people using the same auto-siphon. Like I said, it's the most common one. It's so basic and so easy to make. So I'm going to show you guys the components of it and how to build it. So super easy. So let's get started. Alright, so this is the auto-siphon we're going to be building, and I'll just show you this one and then we'll go over actually putting it together piece by piece. So you've got a cap here over top of our media guard, and the cap, I just modified it. I took a 4-inch Schedule 20 cap and basically just notched it out there just to make a easy little cap to put on the system. And that just keeps from dropping media in the system or bugs getting in there or anything like that, but it doesn't fit real tight, it just kind of sets on there. And so that just makes a neat little guard. You don't have to have that on there, but I like it on there to kind of close it off. So then you've got the actual media guard, and then down inside of here you've got the standpipe, and you've got the lifting pipe, or whatever you want to call it. That's basically it. This one right here is about to kick in, so we'll just wait for it to kick in here, and it actually should start siphoning any second. You can go down here and watch, and you can see the water coming out there. It'll start to pick up here in just a second, and that'll be when the siphon kicks in. Works every time. Yeah, you can go back over here and see the water dropping now. And it'll just drain out. So that's it, man. It's super simple. It's just a basic auto-siphon. Alright guys, so here's our bulkhead right here in the bottom of the grow bed with our 3/4 inch fitting in it. And so that's going to be the base on which we build everything for this auto-siphon. So here's our standpipe. We'll go over it first. The standpipe is probably the most important part of the whole build. That's the one that you really just have to know exactly where you want it. You've got to make sure your height is right. A good rule of thumb is for the water to come up when it's full about 1 inch below the top of your media. So back here in this media bed, we're our water level comes up right below the screw here, and that puts us, well, you can't see that screw. It comes up right below the screw, and it brings the water level up to within 1 inch of the top of the media. And so that keeps your bed from getting all pondy looking, but still allows all the roots to get a good flooding of water. So your standpipe, you need to know how high you want your water to be in your bed for your standpipe. So what I did to get mine the first time, I took this is just a 3/4 inch connector, 3/4 inch male connector. I took that, it's got a 3/4 inch slip. I took a long piece of 3/4 inch pipe, stuck it down in it, and then screwed it down into my grow bed, or into the bulkhead. Then I turned the water on. I let the water fill up to the level that I wanted it to be in the bed before the auto-siphon kicks in, and then shut the water off. Then I grabbed a permanent marker and I marked it right above the edge of the water on the pipe, and that gave me my overall height that I needed for my water in the grow bed. So real simple. Pull the standpipe back out, let it drain out, and then you can build your standpipe. So we're starting with my standpipe is 6 3/4 inches from the bottom of the actual fitting, or the top of the threads, to the top of the overflow up here. So it's 6 3/4 inches is what I needed. You know, so you can do whatever you want, or whatever you need for your application, but mine is 6 3/4 inches. So I'm running a 3/4 inch standpipe, and I wanted a 1-inch bail on top. I wanted to have that extra 1 inch extra width on the top, and that just helps the water get started in the cycle. Well, around here I couldn't find a 3/4 inch to 1 inch slip bail, so I had to purchase a threaded system. So I got a 3/4 inch connector on the bottom, male connector, a piece of 3/4 inch PVC, a 3/4 inch female connector, and then a 1 inch to 3/4 inch male connector. And so then it's just threaded down in there, it's all pushed together, and my overall height is 6 3/4 inches. So, and then you've got the 1 inch bail at the top that kind of gets a little swirl action going to help that siphon start to get going really well. So that's all there is to the standpipe, real simple. Now, what I'm doing with mine is a lot of people they'll put their standpipe in. So they'll throw their standpipe in like this, just like that. They'll drop their shroud over it, and then they'll drop a rock guard down over that, and it just kind of sits there, right? Just kind of sits in there. You've got curved bottoms. I've got a curved bottom on my grow bed. I know a lot of people use half barrels, so it's just not, it's not perfect enough for me. So what I do, and I stole this idea from Rob from Bits Out the Back, and if you haven't checked him out, you should definitely check him out. He's an awesome dude. I've talked about him in other videos, I think. If you want to know something about aquaponics, check him out. He's awesome. So I'm taking a 4-inch Schedule 20 end cap here, and all I'm doing is drilling a bunch of holes in it to let water in, and then I drilled me a hole in the center of it to allow my standpipe to thread down through it. Now I'm laying that right on top of that bulkhead, and then I'm going to take that standpipe and thread it right down through there into the bulkhead and just tighten it down. You don't have to torque it, just snug it down. Then from there you can take your rock shroud or media shroud, and the way I made the media shroud, it's just a piece of 4-inch Schedule 20, and I marked it the length that I wanted it, and then I went back with a circular saw and just cut these slits out in it, and I just offset the slits to keep the pipe from being weak. But that's all there is to it. And you drop that down over that, push it down into your cap at the bottom, and then you can drop your shroud down in there, and then put your little cap on top, and you're good to go. That's all there is to it. But to talk about the shroud, or not the shroud, the lifting pipe, whatever you want to call it, I don't even know what the correct terminology is for it. I'm using 2-inch PVC. This is actual Schedule 40 PVC, and all I did was just cut the bottom out here. I just marked it, drilled some holes, and took a jigsaw and cut it out. So it's not the prettiest thing, but it works. You could also use a table saw and run it across the table saw, and that would make it nice and clean. But I've got about probably about 3/8 of an inch of space from the bottom of that thing, from the bottom of our cap down here, to allow water to flow in. And then I've got the pipe, and then just a 2-inch cap on top of that. Now, from what I've read or what I've seen, I know this is what Rob does. He allows 2 inches from the top of the standpipe to the inside top of the of this outer lifting pipe, or whatever it's called, siphon tube. And so when you put this down on there, I'm exactly 2 inches from the top of the siphon to the top of my lifting tube. So that's all there is to that. So super easy. And we just push our shroud down in there, and then we put our cap on it. Now it's pretty sturdy. Nobody's going to come over here and just pull it out on accident. And it's nice and level, nice and flush, and it gives us a nice little area to keep everything for the auto-siphon protected from weeds or media clogging it up or anything like that. So that's pretty much all there is to the siphon. So I haven't ran this one yet. I just finished making all these parts for the other 3 beds. That's exactly how this siphon is made. and it's working just fine. So I have no doubts that this one will work great as well. Alright, so before we put any media in this bed, I'm going to go ahead and take our siphon back apart and put a little bit of water in the system, kind of flush some of this dirty stuff out of here. Alright, now put our siphon back together. And then we're going to test it out to make sure our siphon works before we put any media in there. Alright, so I just wanted to show you guys that even with that, using that cap on the bottom down there, by drilling the holes in the bottom of it, it still allows the water to get down to a very low level before the siphon stops. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for building your auto-siphon. It's, like I said, mine is very simple, it's very straightforward, but it works pretty much flawlessly so far. I haven't had any issues with it. So I was going to go ahead and do the grow media in this video as well, how I'm lining the grow beds, but my battery's about dead and I need to go charge my camera. So I'm going to go throw the camera on the charger, and we'll just do another video on how to set the bed up with the grow media and what kinds of different media there are for aquaponics and why I'm using what I'm using. So anyway, don't forget to check out the suggested videos. We'll put the playlist in there of the previous aquaponics videos, as well as the hydroponic rail system. If you've not subscribed to Heritage Pride Homestead and the firearms stuff as well, go ahead and click on the little icon right here, and that will take you back to our channel. You can check out our videos and also subscribe. We always appreciate the subscriptions. So anyway, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, pop them in the comments below. Don't forget to always check out the description box. There's always a little narrative about what I'm doing, but there's always information out there on how to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, so you can stay caught up with everything. So anyway guys, like I said, that's pretty much it for this video. We'll catch you on the next one when we work on the grow media, and I'm also going to be doing a video here pretty soon on Venturis, how to build them. So anyway, if you're interested in that, I'll walk you step by step how the Venturi works and all that good stuff. So anyway guys, until next time, get out there, shoot some guns, be safe, and most importantly, have fun. See you guys later.